Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, I'm Ella and I'm super excited that you joined today. Now consider subscribing if you like this kind of videos, because this channel is mainly about healthy lifestyle, weight loss and a bit of fashion. Now on today's video, I'm going to be detailing the connection between weight loss and carbohydrates. Now this is a very interesting topic for me because I know for a fact that most times when you tell people that they have to go on a weight loss regimen or they decide to start a weight loss journey, the biggest headache is usually having to stay away from carbohydrates. We all know how good they taste and how often we crave them. So on today's video, I'm going to be going deep into this. I'm going to be analyzing carbohydrates and weight loss. If you should be consuming carbohydrates if you intend to start your weight loss journey, and if yes, which ones should you be consuming? So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be analyzing carbohydrates under two broad categories: simple carbs and complex carbs, what they mean, the differences between them, how they affect weight loss, each of them, and my opinion on each of them in connection with weight loss. Now guys, first of all, I want to get something out of the way. Now we know that carbohydrates are one of the three major classes of food. Now over to those broad categories I talked about, those two categories. Let me start with the simple carbs. Simple carbs are those foods that contain sugars that are very quickly digested by the body. In one of my videos on weight loss, I went deep into this topic, opening your eyes to how these quickly digested sugars affect your blood sugar levels. Now the thing here is that they make your blood sugar levels spike quickly because they're digested very quickly. And as quickly as your blood sugar levels are spiking, that is how quickly they drop. Now once they drop, they begin to lead to things like dizziness. They leave you constantly craving for more carbs. Now examples of foods that contain simple carbohydrates include white pasta, white bread, refined grains like white rice. We also have sodas and baked goods from white flour. Now on the other hand, we have complex carbohydrates. Now these are foods that contain what is technically known as longer chain of sugar molecules. All this simply means is that they contain the kind of sugar that is not quickly broken down in the body. The sugar is slowly broken down, and because it is slowly broken down, it doesn't cause that quick spike and drop in the blood sugar levels when compared to the simple carbohydrates. Since the process of breaking these sugars down in the body is a very slow one, it means that glucose is slowly released into the blood. And the good thing about this kind of carbohydrate is that when it's released into the blood, it stays for a reasonable amount of time before it drops. This means you won't be left craving and hungry in a short period of time. Now, some examples of complex carbs include whole grains like brown rice, whole wheat flour, and legumes such as beans. Now, from everything I've been saying so far, you can already tell which one I would advise you to gravitate more towards if you're looking to lose weight or you're currently on a weight loss regimen. And personally for me, I've never been able to achieve any sort of weight loss, in all honesty, while on a carb diet, whether simple or complex. This used to give me a great cause for concern until I went in research for why this was happening to me, why I wasn't able to achieve any sort of weight loss while on a weight loss regimen built around carbohydrates, simple or complex. I found out that if you're overweight and you're looking to lose all that weight and you're insulin resistant, guys, note these conditions. No sort of moderate or high carb diet will do the trick for you. I have my experiences to back this up, and that is why I'm speaking very surely. Insulin and carbohydrates just have a horrible relationship. For some reason, they do not work well together. Now, if you're wondering, but how do I know if I'm insulin resistant? Guys, I'm not a doctor, but still based on what I've researched and from my personal experience, I know that one of the main signs of insulin resistance is obesity. If you're overweight and you're constantly craving, trust me, there are great chances that you're insulin resistant. So the bottom line here is, if you're trying to lose weight, but you're not overweight, then you probably get away with, incorporating complex carbs in your diet if you're looking to lose some more weight. Now, if on the other hand, you're trying to lose weight, you're currently overweight, on a carb diet and no result or very little result is what you're getting, then trust me, the carbs are not doing you any good, whether simple or complex. Just check out my video on insulin resistance for a deeper understanding on this point. I will also advise you to laden your regimen with vegetables and healthy fats. And guys, vegetables contain carbohydrates as well, but those are the good kinds, and coupled with the fiber, the body breaks them down a lot better than the other examples of carbohydrates that I've given you earlier. From my personal experience, whenever I get on a weight loss regimen, to achieve any sort of weight loss, I drastically have to cut down on my carbohydrates. Definitely not being refined. If I'm going to get any source of carbohydrates, they have to come from my vegetables. That is how extreme I go to be able to achieve any sort of significant weight loss. And even after I've achieved my weight loss goal or almost close, there's that feeling of, oh, I'm almost at my goal. I can relax right now. That happens to me too. I'm human. And when I get to that point and I feel like, okay, now I think I can begin to reintroduce those complex carbs, the rice, I can begin to reintroduce the brown bread. The minute I do this, guys, the minute even the complex carbs, because basically I always try my best to stay away from simple carbs. When it comes to those ones, the refined carbohydrates, it's not mainly about weight loss. Those kind of carbohydrates, when not taken in moderation, can have some adverse health effects. So I always try my best when I can stay away from the simple carbs, the very refined ones. Now, when I begin to reintroduce these complex carbs, into my diet, like I try to incorporate some beans, some potatoes, some brown rice, some brown bread, oats. When I begin to reintroduce these things into my diet, when I'm starting to feel a little comfortable after losing some weight, I notice that my weight plateaus. It just stops. I don't lose any more weight. And if I want to achieve more weight loss from there, it doesn't happen until I've cut all these things away. So guys, after this video, you can go the extra mile by researching on more examples of simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Guys, I'm not anti-carbs. I'm not anti-carbohydrates. In fact, I've told you that the minute I start to get comfortable with my weight, I begin to reintroduce them. The purpose of this video, the purpose of delving deeply into analyzing these carbs and how they affect the body is solely to the extent of weight loss. So I hope I don't get misunderstood, because even I consume them, but not when I'm trying to lose weight. Because when I'm trying to lose weight, even the smallest amount of carbs, except the ones that come from my leafy green vegetables or my cruciferous vegetables, the minute I bring those carbs in, that's it. Nothing else is going to happen. If I've already achieved some weight loss, it stops. If I haven't, I won't even achieve anything at all. So consider this point if you're trying to lose weight and nothing is happening. And maybe, just maybe, the real results will start to kick in the minute you cut them down. Try as much as possible to remove them to the best of your ability. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I'm so glad that you listened this far. Thanks so much for staying with me. And please do all the beautiful stuff. Subscribe if you're returning to my channel and you haven't subscribed already. Please subscribe now, okay? Turn on the bell icon. Also click the like button and leave a comment below. If you have any questions, I'll answer you based on my experiences. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.